You understand?
Yeah.
So Donovan called me and asked me, yo, you stupid or now is your time to win the soca monarch. You talking about married. What kind of thing you depend? So he called me and said, you stupid. So I was like, but how me ain't tell Tamika now that me have to put off this wedding, me can't marry, me again, or whatever the case will be. And then I break the news to Tamika. I was like, baby, you feel say that you can move the wedding date from the Saturday to the Friday.
We're going to present an interview with Fimba. Fimba, welcome to Vincy Internet Radio.
Thanks for having me. Good evening.
Can you just give us a bit about yourself? Just introduce yourself, and then after that, you will be in the good hands of the host of this evening, Mr. Moulton says.
Yeah, my name is Fimba, born Vincentian, grew up in Barbados. Live a very simple life, in Mespo, country style, country life, country vibes, grew up amongst a lot of women, so, I know how to treat a woman, I'm kind of ready. So, yeah, love.
I just want to say welcome to our radio listeners, Facebook listeners, WhatsApp audience, and just want to give a special welcome to the man at the moment, Fimba Jardine. Fimba, welcome to Vincy Internet Radio, man. Big up yourself, like you said, Vincy, large up yourself. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man. So it go. Feel happy to be here,
I just want to say, brother, that for your thing, not really normal, because the kind of music you push out and the kind of contents you have in them, it's just that, you look at it from like a social point of view, but also it's soca music, and you touch a lot of topic that people or no man tried before. So you touch a lot of topic like, which you're gonna get into later on, like neighbor, mind your funky business. I won't say it's girl tune or man tune. It's just music for everybody that people can relate to. So big up yourself on that. So before we get into
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, before we get into that, I wanted to take us back musically from way back when you started out, thinking that you could really pull a line in singing. Take us like way back.
Well, it all started in primary school, really, in Kenyan government school in St. Vincent. My teacher at that time was Razom Shallow, and he's popular songwriter, very cultural. He's one of them kind of guys that buy the books, and I was in his class, and he said, hey man, you got vibes, because every time I'm in school, like one of my friends reminded me the other day in primary school, he said, yo man, you used to always be beating the desk and singing songs and stuff. So I guess Razom saw that in me, and then he was like, hey, you need to enter into the junior calypso. So he took me in and he wrote a song for me from there. And I went to the junior calypso competition in Victoria Park. I take part in that. I forget what year it is now, really, but it was a while back, yeah. And then
you don't want to give us your age, right?
Nah, that easy, that hard, because like I said, you have to show people that you have to take care of yourself, because even if you age up, you have to make sure that you understand, because your health is your wealth,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it was like in the 80s, or like late 80s still, and then from there I just had the energy for that. Then when I moved to Barbados, now I kind of lose that essence, because now
what age what age you moved to Barbados?
I was about like around 11 or so. Yeah, and then when I got there, it was like this is a whole different dialect. This is a whole different vibes, So it was a lot of getting used to a lot of things, starting from the beginning again, because now I have to be able to blend in. I have to be, at them age little, people would tease you and think, because everybody look at you and be like, oh, that is that foreigner fella. And like, because you're not Bajan, you're not talking Bajan. So it was kind of difficult for me. So I dropped the music thing But it's only until when I moved to New York in 2004 it was. That's the year that I dropped Steel Bottom. That was my first
recording.
Professional recording. That's when I met Parry Jack. That's the first time I ever worked with Parry Jack and ever really get to know who the mastermind is. Because you know, Parry Jack's supposed to be anointed now as Sir Jack. So that's in my opinion. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, but yeah, from since then, no, I got to meet Parry and then we went in the studio and then we cook up Steel Bottom. And from since then, you know what I mean, I never really stopped because like I never was focused on music for a music career or like for like to say gain popularity and all of the other above perks that come with being an entertainer. I was just doing music for the love of it and I'm still doing that. I'm not gonna stop that. Because, you know what I mean, I have my own system set up in a way that, like, yeah, you know, I don't make music where, like, yeah, I have to go out here, and if this don't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. And, you know what I mean? You have to have a plan A, B, C, and D. So yeah, you know, that's the music journey right there for me. That's how it's all started.
Yeah, man. Once it's destined for something, man, nobody can take it away from you. You know,
No time.
Talent, nobody can really take it away. But what's up with the people in the valley though? Like, cause I noticed that since we're interviewing people, like most of them artists, they're from either Mespo in the valley, Canaan, somewhere around there. What's up around there? I thought the other side, like Windward Country, had more talent than anything else, but the valley seems to be producing a lot of, you know.
Yo, I used to vex when Fireman Hooper will come out to the baddest tune and like, you know, running things I say about them Leeward man and them boys. You know, used to be like, yeah, because growing up in Mespo is like I was just living a stone throw from the community center. I get to see a lot of acts come true, like, you know, because, you know, being so close to the community center, like when DJs setting up for fests and bands setting up, I will always be there. Sometimes I will help take up something, you know what I mean? Take up stage a drum set or help, you know, just to be around the thing because we're right there, you know, as a kid growing up in Mespo. And then you looking at band room, like I got a big record that I just did with Mystery. I don't know if you're familiar with Mystery.
Yeah, man. What do you mean,
Social
man?
chemistry.
I'm a music man, you know. This is
yeah, well, I have a track that I did with Mystery and only out of love and respect because like when I was growing up, like Mystery is one of them kind of man that will walk through Mespo and everybody will be like just get silent when he walked through because like the man was so focused, you know what I mean? And then, you know, to come back and go in band room and see them man rehearsing and peeping in the window and thing and seeing what's going on. So when I won the Soca Monarch and Vincy and the Road March 2018, the first thing I did was drove up to Mespo over Freeland where he lived. And I look for him and I find him and I tell him, yeah, we did it. And the reason why I say we did it is because he's been knocking for a long time.
Yeah,
to see at this point in time now, we have a big tune to drop. It's just that working out certain technicalities because I don't want to just put out the song because I learned a lot since, you know, releasing Funky Business because like I said, I was never really focused on a music career. So it was just like me just doing music because I like it. But then no, if I'm going to keep on looking it and putting the energy that I have behind it, obviously, you know, I have to take the time out now to learn the business. Right. So now that I learned the business, I don't want to put the record out where I can make money because I'm in the States and he can't make money. But it's so much politics in between there. We're trying to knock on some different doors to see if we could get him paid. Because I want when the man royalty come around, you don't have to call me, you don't have to send nothing for him. Everything's supposed to be on paper that he can see and then everything can go to him wherever, how it distributed. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem we have in Vincy right now with a lot of artists. Nobody can really collect their royalties.
We'll get through in the business part later on because, yeah, I understand you're a man. You like you said, you learned a lot from Funky Business. But later on, we'll get into those kind of things because we want people to learn from this, you know, like, you know, learn from your mistakes and your errors.
Well, that's what I'm here to do because, like, I feel like we don't really teach no more.
Exactly, you know, and I'm kind of happy that you're rubbing shoulders with the elders or the elders rubbing shoulders with the so to speak, youths in the business, you know, like Mystery and, you know, because those men, like you say, I understand why you went to him and say we because Mystery and those guys, they're always top
They've been knocking
performers.
for a long
Yeah,
time. They've been knocking
exactly.
for a
The
long
top
time.
performers every year when Carnival comes around, you look forward for something from Mystery and all those elder guys in Calypso Arena. Sorry. Yeah, so you went to Barbados, so you dropped the music, so meaning that they never had this inter-school competition like what they had in St. Vincent that you could have took part in, or?
Not really, but at the time too, like I said, you know, moving to a different environment as a youth in them time too. You know what I mean? You don't really know who is who. It took a while for me to really get to know the streets, know the people, know what's going on. And then, because what I did then, that was in my community in Ellerton, because I grew up in Ellerton, St. George in Barbados, you know, so, and that's like family. Like Ellerton is like Vincy to me. Barbados is like Vincy to me, no matter how nobody see that. Because I learned a lot from, I actually became a man in Barbados. That's why, because I moved there from like 11, like I said. So in Barbados, no, you find like the next move for me to get into what was right in front of my face was soccer. Because a lot of people don't know I'm a soccer player. Like I play first division, Premier League. I play from 4th division right up.
See,
I even think I play under 15. Yeah, I used to strike for
my co-host will endorse that because
yeah, I have my trophies and things to prove them thing to you. Know what I mean? I play for House of Dread, I play for Ellerton United Youths, I play for Ellerton City, I play for a team in I think it's not Dash Valley. I forget what oh man, Ivy. I play for Ivy Rovers before. If any Bajan listening, they would know, well, yeah, this man talking facts. You know, so yeah, so music wasn't really in front of me where in Ellerton. It was soccer, it was sports. They were passionate about it as much as is an island as Barbados, and you feel so like it's not Manchester United or Liverpool. Ellerton people passionate about their soccer. So I was involved in that. It's only when I moved to I used to do a lot of shows, go to a lot of events because I guess it was always in my blood. Or it was always in my vibes. That energy was pulling me. You don't have a show in Barbados that miss me. I was there when Alistair Hines and them burning it up, Crossfire burning it up in the After Dark. I was amongst all of that. Little Rick Chihuahua, the businessman, his mom ain't live too far from where I live in St. George. I used to see him all the time. He was the baddest DJ in Barbados still to this day before he even turned an artist. So it was soccer. It wasn't really music. Right. When I moved to America, I really get back because now when I get into America, when I moved to Brooklyn, then I get back into some Vincy people who is DJ, have system, doing vibes. So then this next best thing now to do is like, because we be on the mic every day, put a record out.
Right, because you have a better network now.
Because I had to drop the Bajan accent as well. Normally, a lot of people hear me all the time and be like, yo, dude, why you talking like a Bajan? Because I switch in between and don't even realize I doing it, you know? Because it's in me. Yeah, it's in me, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's what I mean, right? We don't just want to know Fimba the artist, Fimba the soca singer. You know, we want to know like Fimba, you know, Fimba Jardine. By the way, where did the name Fimba come from? Is that your real name?
Yeah, it's on my birth certificate, yeah. But you see, the name is so have some history behind it because I think my grandmother was working in Trinidad, and she was, I think at them time, I guess she was looking after this kid, and his name was Fimba. And one time I was in JFK flying out on JetBlue, doing something. I think it was Caribbean Airline, I think it was. And this Trini lady was checking me in. So she saw the name and she looked at me and she said, where you get this name from? And I say, give she the story with her. She said, you know that this is a doctor in Trinidad? So I actually named after this guy that my grandmother came and fever. Like this is the name for him. I think there's a Dr. Fimba in Trinidad somewhere. So that's how I get the name through my grandmother. But my real name is Jamal. And my father, anybody know Honey Boy Bells? He went to France to study back in the days. I think he was saying like I was 3 months old when he left for France. And he actually named me Jamal, Jeprastafi M-A-L. So
I'm just gonna cut in. Is Honey Boy Bells your father?
Yeah, Honey Boy Bells is my dad, yeah.
Man. And you know, we can talk later.
You see, you see what I mean, man? This is just so natural that you know we just learn something new and you know knowing that you're connected,
Man, is the energy, man. And I could tell you one thing that been really holding me together is really, and like, you see the part where in life a lot of people don't understand is being and staying humble. You could be humble, but you have to know how to stay humble.
True.
You understand?
True.
You have to know how to stay humble. So that's something that me really keep my meds for more time.
Mm. Well, man, we appreciate you know you're telling us all about your in-depth of your story and things like
man.
that, you know. So like you say, you've been performing, you've been a performer even like before Funky Business came out. You knew the stage, how to perform and all that, right?
I won't even say that. I've actually, when Funky Business came out, I was actually now learning the stage. Because remember, like I said, I moved from Junior Calypso to move into Barbados, to then move into New York, to then take up music in that space of time, 2018 jump up. And then, well, before then, when Funky jump up, I've been doing little shows here and then trying to feel up myself. But it's not like a constant every week, every month show. So you will get the, now I understand how the stage work, how you gotta go when you play in a room. You and your DJ might have a plan and say, well, this is where we're going with tonight. And then you pull up and then you see some 76 and some 80 years old people in the party and you tell yourself, boy, me can't go in here go sing no choppiness tonight. No, me have to sing something for them people. So you know what I mean? You go in there, then you know how to tone it down now. And I got style for that. That's why I've been doing my music and keeping it balanced with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know, so you could know how to go inside a room and make that switch real quick.
Right. Before I pass you over to Cippy, I think this is the right time to ask you that, because I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, that when Funky Business came, it blew up so big that you were about to, I think, take a honeymoon and you had to cancel it.
I was about to get married.
About to get married.
Yeah, I was in. This thing was so crazy. I was about to get married. I was in because like you know this thing here has so much energy behind it here, sir. It's not even funny because like that same year, which is 2016, 2017, I was in a kind of mood where like, because I came out of Vincy Soca Monarch, because I used to enter to nearly every year Vincy Soca Monarch from maybe down in 2008, 9, 7, all them period of time. But then it's looked like you wasn't really getting nowhere, and I didn't really understand any business because I used to just leave what I'm doing and just jump anything. So I wasn't really like paying attention to the ins and outs and who to know. You have to know the gatekeepers. I never know how to know the gatekeeper because if them is, you know what I mean? Because like that's why I don't jump up, you know. You know why I don't jump up? It ain't nobody, it ain't no gatekeeper make me big enough. It's the people them is who deal with me, you know, Dan. That's why that's for always say thank you for everybody who support my energy. Thanks. You know why? Because it's the people them that really make me who I am and make you all know me as Fimba, the Vincent and that bad. Because like if you leave the gatekeeper, I won't get play. It's the people them calling the radio station and telling man, hey, play this, start to post my stuff. So, you know, because there's a lot of gates you have to go through in this business to really make it, you know, that. And sometimes some people mad that I don't really try to ring a bell and knock the door then.
True.
Because I mean, that's not how the business set up. I grew up in a sense where you have a bad tune, you up.
True.
You understand? Your turn next. There's your break. You make it or you lose what you have. Just it's a gamble. There we go. Where you have next. Because everybody think I was a one-hit wonder. And I can't stand me neighbor. And then everybody was like, oh, he ain't nothing else. And then now look at that. I'm getting messages saying like, Funky Business is no longer your number one song. It's neighbor. We love that. And there's Guyanese, there's Antiguans, there's people from Canada, there's people from all over the world that texting me and telling me that, you know what I mean? So it's love.
And for that, I say large up yourself because, you know, it's not easy, especially making it from foreign soil, you know, into the Vincy arena. I mean, you did it, Problem, you know, did it, and few other people did it, but it's not that easy. Your music really, really has to be good. So, you know, big up yourself. So I'm going to let Sip jump in there.
Thank you, man.
Fimba.
Yes, sir.
Before we get going, did you know that your father, when he was in St. Martin and my cousin from Barra Hill was best friends?
Nah, I never knew. I feel if I call Bells now, ask him that he get tell me, you start to laugh at him. Boy, yeah, that's my real partner.
I had a cousin, both of them used to do French together. And they were so outstanding in French. And my cousin went to New York. He's deceased now, but
Okay.
that
Rest
was
his soul.
Bell's best friend in the days of St. Martin's.
Yeah, man, it's a vibes, you know. My father is one of them kind of man, like.
He's a very, very funny and very popular guy, Bell's downtown.
Yeah.
You can't miss him.
Yeah, he is. And you know, the funny thing with my dad is like, Bells never really was one of them kind of man for really like be full of too much authority, you know. Bells would come and just say a couple of lines and say one or two things. And then when you really sit down as a man and really meds on what he just tell you, even to this day, as you get old and you start to look back, because like, you know, that is your daddy talking to you, what sort of vibes you know what I mean? It's like he on point with what he's saying. And the vibes, the how do you say, like he taught me how to eat. Like I'm vegetarian, you know, and like I choose to go that route, but he would tell me, hey, if you want to eat, he not really was telling me how to do and what to do, but he say, if you're gonna eat chicken, take off the skin. You know what I mean? He was just like giving me some pointers that were really like put me in a better position in life. And then I then get to make the decision now where I say, well, if I could do eat the skin, I could best do eat the chicken.
Yeah, he was a very humble guy.
Yeah.
Still is humble,
is.
I think. And
yeah, he is.
He didn't let his education put him different than other people. He saw himself as everybody together.
And that's where I guess I get that from, because a lot of people would like to see me acting like if I stupid, but that ain't gonna happen. Yeah. You remember the time when he put on a suit and went to the road and work as a
yeah.
If you ask me, my father crazy, but
I remember. But I think, you see, what he did is to show people, even though you're full of education, you can do this job. And I think that's it send a message, because a lot of people got the message, see this man in the suit, and then realize this man is well educated and walking in a suit in the street.
And then quick so they take him out of it. But look at the situation, right? That's kind of like what I just explained to you. He will come and just do and say a couple of things and a little thing. But then when you really sit back and really focus on what he just said, you will just know, like, yo, you gotta be on some higher meditation to really catch the essence of where he going with it.
Yeah, man. So kudos to your father.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna ask you, when you started out in this business, did you see yourself expanding to just making it as an artist, or do you see, well, okay, I'm gonna do something else just in case I didn't make it as an artist?
Number one, I never see myself as an artist. How funny is that? That's the truth. I never see myself as an artist. I always know, right? Because a Grenadian friend of mine, I make up my mind with this music and my career, because I do have a career job, you understand? But I make up my music and my career on the Varazana Bridge. You understand? On the Varazana Bridge, going to New Jersey. One morning, this Grenadian guy, Simon, because he knew how I passionate with the music and still the work, because at that time I was learning plumbing. And he said to me, because he saw my struggle and probably seeing how frustrated it does get me sometime and getting work late because you want to go through and you want to hang out. And he said, Fimba, yeah, make up your mind, you know. Yeah, choose one. Yeah, choose what you want to do. You understand? Because, you know, this, that. And I sit down and I really say, yo, you know, this brother is right. And I chose my career because I look at music and I say, like, if you're not ready to sing your soul, lose your soul, sell out your next brother, do all kind of thing that is wrong to be on top, you really not gonna be on top. And I never see myself as that, because that's not me. So I choose my career, went with the plumbing, and now today I'm field manager, work for a design build company, and I'm comfortable. Now, as an artist, I'm also comfortable. That's probably why I'm so humble, because then now I still get to love music from the roots and stay humble with it, because now I understand which part me did. When women just jump up with funky and they bust up, so I didn't know. I mean, I was getting pulled left, right, and center. I have to say, enough respect to Kamal Achibel, Scorpion, and also have to say, mad respect to Herrick Horn from St. Vincent, that from Island Network, because them is the people and them that really put me on. Scorpion and Kamal deal with the production of the music. I just provide my vibes. Parry Jack as well to recording me. But Herrick, really being on the road with Herrick, because I had to find somebody to really, that I can trust to handle certain thing, because in this game, it's like where they say a dog eat dog kind of situation if you don't know what you're doing. And I kind of like set out now to try to get other people involved in understanding the business, because it could happen like clockwork. Tomorrow morning, you could get up on a youth from Baga, could decide to sing on a track, ray, 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 boom, boom. And it's the biggest thing in the whole world. And then he don't even understand the first move towards, and nobody in Vincy don't even understand the first move towards what to do with this guy, with this mega hit that he now produced, and how to make that artist live and eat forever. They don't have nobody in they might tell you they know how. But for them to get up and do it, because knowing how and get up and do it is two different things. When I ask you, I try to tell you.
Yeah, so one problem I have, and I keep saying, I keep harping on this every time I have a program, I don't know why, is managerial side of your business and cooperation with other artists. Give me a little background on your managerial side, and how would you see other artists? Would you help them, or would you push them down the drain? Because that's one of the biggest problem I have. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have some of the best music around the Eastern Caribbean, but we seem to be fighting against each other, even in the association. So just clear up all that for me on your side.
Well, the way how I see it, I think competition is needed in the business, because it does be, if you know Vincy and you know Soca Monarch Saturday night, as much as I'm an artist going there to try to compete, I'm excited to see Skinny Fabulous and Fireman Hooper. And that's where there's enough people like, why you not excited to see that clash? You understand what I'm saying? Get where you're coming from, Why I'm an artist going up on the same stage with them, I want to win it too. But then why I'm excited, like when they reach in there, like because I'm always having people I'm inviting to Vincy to see, because this is my culture. So when them come now and them see we're going, I say like, yo, when them hit Victoria Park, I see the energy. It was crazy, like that's what I'm talking about, but we don't have that, because no competition, like I said, is important for next man to know. Well, you can't just come up with a triple tune and feel where you can win. You have to come good. Okay, number one. Number two is like, when you see other artists, like I could name a few artists in Vincy right now who falling back. You understand? Because they don't have that support, whether if it's financial, whether if it's just for give them advice, they don't have that. And competition, in a sense, like I said, is always going to be to make more quality music come out of what we're doing as a culture, because that's kind of like our thing. But we don't try to help because the next man don't want to see another man bigger than him. I personally believe that all of us who make it and who, like me, I just do my part. Like if I start telling you things that I just do and people I just deal with and people I just help, that would be me like just blowing you whistle, and I'm not a whistleblower. You understand? But I just telling you, I don't feel we as Vincentian support our own like how we need to, and we does. We and like other countries and other islands does support their culture and what they do. Is like every time you just make it and you feel like you get a noise, everybody believe that them supposed to run Trinidad, them supposed to run Jamaica, them supposed to run Lucia and Grenada. And I mean that. I believe the artists and them that are watching them career going back this way a little bit, they're going south. We need to bring them back up the road and make them know like, yeah, give them an opportunity. And we as Vincentian, we don't do it. It's sad to say. There's a very few artists out there that look back. Like we don't have, you see like how Bounty Killer, because I follow our music and up to date with everything, every genre of music in it. Me just follow everybody media, me just be on Ali, the podcast, me just listen everything. So me know party music day. So like how Bounty Killer is to Jamaica, as Bossing, Busy Signal, Elephant Man, Cartel, give everybody a chance. Name Vincy Bounty. It have none. You understand? It don't have none. Name Vincy Bounty. It's only when you jump up with a song, Ray, Ray, Ray. And let me explain something to you. Vincy people out there, in diaspora, and anyhow you want to look at it, they want to support Vincy. Like I was just telling somebody just this morning that when I came out with Funky, so people try to cut me down and say, yeah, cut this off, don't do this, don't do that. And then I try to open my mouth. And then it kind of people and then let me see the mailbox and say, don't answer, don't say this, don't that. We go take care of that. And then when they see the kind of people responding to my messages and saying like, yo, you're crazy, yo. It was like, boy, back off of this man. We know well, he has so much links and so much people behind him supporting him. So I think we need to support, to answer your question, because I mean, I stray a little bit there and go into details, but to answer your question is, we don't support our culture. As I mean, I talk about next man think, Trinity thing set up how it's set up, Grenada thing set up how it's set up, everybody run their thing. More Vincy thing set up how he's supposed to set up. Like Levy, if the next man trying to come up and you see the man have a vibe, don't try to hold him down. Give him not a chance to come up. Let me fix the royalty thing. Let me have something simple for them. Don't try to send a man to this country over here because them do that and then he go collect here. He have to set up with a bank over here and then he have no social because of this. We need to do something better. Whoever in charge in the government, a culture or whatever, they need to really start to look out for Vincy artists because we're failing. Who artists coming next? When Skinny sit down, which Skinny not going to sit down now, Problem not going to sit down now, I'm just going to do my thing by winging it because me not in a competition and a style with nobody. Me in my own lane. Hyper 4,000. When the man they sit down and name somebody else that really and truly you could look into see well, like where they coming. Grab a finesse. Bad Vincy artist. Keisha, she go take come. She go take come in there. When I heard that, I banged that 24/7/48 because that is Vincy. But enough people ain't seeing that and ain't checking for that. You understand? You could pull it up and research it and see for yourself. You in foreign, you in Europe anyway, and you hear Keisha, she go take come. She go take come in there. It's vibes.
So, well, let me jump in here 1 second, right, Fimba? What you're saying is exactly what we designed, because this program was supposed to be called Strictly Vincy. But we want to promote Vincentian, not only soca artists, but people who are, needed, people who needed a little, helping hand pulling up and stuff like that. Some of the biggest soca artists, when I wrote to them, they replied and they told me when, at least they responded. When they're ready, they'll let me know. And we'll put the date and, stuff like that. And some of them who are mediocre, or like you say, they're not so humble and they think that they're somewhere. And some of them totally ignored me, like, like no response, no nothing. So like I was telling Cippy, well, we have to start going outside of St. Vincent. So that's why right now we're heading towards Grenada, moving up to Barbados and moving up to Trinidad, and just leave the Vincy artists who are behind, leave them behind, who want to take the train, hop on now, So, as to what you're saying there as well, some of them need to know the business. You get an opportunity to sell yourself, like Cippy would say, you grab it because you just never know who is listening or who is watching or where that one interview will take you. Even, because we're not just social media. We have like audience in Europe and Africa, and of course, North America and the Caribbean. So it's not just the media you're looking at, it's also, the airplay. That's the thing. Sorry to interrupt, Cippy, but
No. To add to what you're saying too, like Bob Marley tell you, a great man is not in any own country. And Bob Marley is my daddy. So I just telling you, like, what you doing here? Like for me, like on my social media, I didn't even know who you guys are. I didn't research you guys because sometimes I'm a little bit, honestly speaking, I'm real busy sometimes to even look into that. I just get a lot of flag on social media for answering message on my Facebook, on my IG, but most of the time, really and truly, my schedule and how I move, I really can't. And I just see Vincy and see man them doing something, man them want to talk to me, I'm interested. And that's the problem with the younger guys, them that coming out now. They feel like, well, okay, them know how to do this and them know how to do that. But you have to do stuff like this so people for understand now, well, okay, I'm going to play his music. I'm going to stream his music. I can't say buy his music no more because record don't sell. Yeah, right. Stream your music. And then that's how you get to have, you know, your fan base and your followers. So I will advise any Vincy who listening to really pay attention to the little things and them, because it's not the really big things and them that really making it. The big things and them, they're just big and clumsy, small things.
Fimba,
You have to pay attention.
Fimba, I'll tell you, when I open this program, I opened this program because I want to promote Vincent Shanatis as my. He doesn't want me to. That's why he cut him, because he's not gonna go real serious. So
yeah,
before I
know how it goes.
He cuts in. He always do that, because at the end of the show he say, "Man, why you doing that?" But we talking, and that's why he cut in. But
right,
I do get a lot of requests from, as he say, our base is big in Europe, Europe, and you know,
love Europe.
Yes,
oh, I love Europe.
And I tell you, I just get a lot of requests from bands from Italy, France. We even did someone from UK, a country and Western. She still right now want another interview. But and I'm saying,
she's not black.
Yeah.
But this is great. Yeah.
Reach out to us, not we reach out to her, you know?
This is great, because you see people, you gotta understand, like they say, closed mouth don't get fed. You know, you gotta get up and see something where you want and go for it. Right now, to be honest with you, adding to what you're saying, I actually started this thing called Vincy Culture Meeting, because in a business, I see what they're doing and see how they're moving. So like how everybody gonna have their country and their culture and their people moving through the world and doing promotions, I see a way how I could get Vincent Chan to move. I planning to sit down and talk with Beckett, Posa, Gawo, any artist from then who still there. Them man is icon. See, understand, you deal with them, man. If you could get one or two of them to tour with you, you get people who doing culture dances, school groups, you know, people who beating drums, artists, young and upcoming, current. You try to book that and carry that as Vincent Chan around the world, whether from after Carnival, July, August, and you do a Vincy Culture Meeting. And when Miami Carnival done and everything shut down because we're going into Christmas and coming home now, we come back and regroup with a whole different fresh movement for the following year. No, I have that already on pen and paper ready to go. But somebody tell me take it to the government. Somebody tell me, well, yeah, they might not like that vibe. Somebody tell me they're going to just crush my dreams. So I'm going to try to do it myself. I mean, sponsors is one thing, but because you have to buy plane ticket for everybody, put them up in a hotel, wherever the shows, book venues, wherever venue make money, everybody have to get the money deposit and keep it moving, because it's actually towing. And I think this Vincy Cultural Meeting going to go good. And don't anybody try to copyright it, because I already got it locked. Yeah. Vincy Cultural Meeting, that's going to be something serious. I don't see it already.
Because what I'm saying is that I'm here, I'm trying to promote and push you along. But you're just trying to pull the other side and saying all kind of negative things, when we putting other people aside just to give you something to promote St. Vincent and the Grenadine. That's why I named this radio Vincy Internet Radio, you know.
Facts.
And the reason why I've named it, because I'm in Canada, and when somebody say Vincy, it spread a word for them. I could have named it any other name, but because I want that catchy, because I know I'm going to contact a lot of Vincent. So when they see the word Vincy, they know, well, okay, this is somebody that I can relate to. And basically that's why I named this station Vincy Internet Radio. But to get back, and I like this because, you know, as we say in the beginning, we don't just come to talk about you, but we come to talk about every other little thing that get us
out. Man, it's good vibes, man. I get enough thing off my chest too, because like I get to express that, because in Barbados, when I was growing up, to tell you, buy local, support local. A lot of Vincent Chan do support Vincent Chan. Straight up. And me, I as a man, anybody could tell you, I don't talk with spit in my mouth. Like that's facts, I telling you. We don't try to support. Like I all the artists and them that any game that bigger than me and rated, I'm happy for them in every way. But what I want them to do is start to like be a bounty killer. Who you have as a soldier coming up. You understand? Who you putting on? What studio you built? What you doing for the youths in the hood? You understand? The youths and them who coming up here who want nothing to turn to. What you doing for them? Who you pulling behind you when you going to do shows? You know, and give them the little experience and the little exposure. Like we feel like our culture, I hate to say this in my song off. You have to be ashamed of your culture if you don't want to do that. Because I represent 784 24/7/48 as Vincy. I come from Mespo. And anytime I'm Vincy, you could find me on the block by Bumpy. I lime in. You understand? Because I Vincy.
Yeah, and that's what we do. But to get back to this now, one of the songs that you say that Funky Business did this time, Neighbor. Give us an idea about Neighbor. How it came about.
Well, I did a song because I was under pressure, to be honest with you. And for some reason, I'm not somebody that really get under pressure that easy. Like no time, no day. My head always level. But I was under pressure because every country I go, everywhere I visit, everybody will be like, yo, you can't top that song. You're a one-hit wonder. That's what I'm gonna be. You can't top that song. Anybody that have a song that big, they don't bring another song that big like that, or like you can't. And I was like, Jesus, Lord, man, what am I gonna do? And then, like I said before, when you know you're going to Victoria Park to see a matchup with Skinny Fabulous and Fireman Hoop on them, you telling yourself, I can't go Victoria Park with no trippiness. You understand? After coming from that, so I was under a little pressure. I did a song and get rid of them bad mind ones. Them I heard you guys play it earlier. That was the song that because I go with my feeling and my spirit. So that was the song that I have as an energy for like for the next Soca Monarch song, Raga Soca, because you know. But my brother called me like 2 weeks before the Soca Monarch thing or the carnival actually hit, and he was like, "Yo, the man say if you're going to do anything, you have to do it now," because I released that song, and I guess they figured to themselves, "Yo, what kind of song this man release? Like, this not gonna make it." So the people them say, if this man need to do something, he need to do it now this week because after this he dead. So I get with Sicko. He from Mespo as well, another bad artist as well. And I was like, he worked with Hunter. Hunter's another good producer as well in Vincy. And I was like, Sicko, boy, we have vibes. And I called Dynamite, sang that song. That's my boy as well. And I said, Dynamite, boy, I need a beat, boy. And he was like, boy, me really hand up me right now, no, but I know this guy, old country that has do a thing. Some pass by about there. I think it's seed that's something wrong with it. I don't really know exactly, but the guy named Raju or something like that. Youngster, first time in his life he making a beat like that. Our first time he making a beat, I should think. And the man, because he getting into the production thing and want to produce. And I explained to the man, I need a beat, but I reference off, I want to pose that energy and give him that drive like towards like that's what I want. And then when the man sent it back now, we take it and me and Sicko start to mess with it. And I was like, yeah, I can't stand me neighbor too beggy, me neighbor too chatty, me neighbor too fronted fast. And then I was like, yes, that is it right there. But my producer at that time, well, still is today, is Cubanist because funny enough, is a Jamaican producer I have, since Funky Business, I haven't worked with a Vincy. Because I mean, a lot of times when rhythm coming out, Vincy producers, they send rhythm to everybody. Like Hunter send me rhythm. I get rhythm from a couple of people before, but like I just be the last person to get rhythm or somebody consider to send a rhythm to. So all my music and them, which I like, that I just show me how talented I am. I would take nothing and make something. And that's what I did with I Can't Stand Me Neighbor. And the man send the rhythm for me and my Jamaican producer mix it in a way and drop it out like that and do something. Jamaican, everything is a dancehall style to them. And that's how the song drop out and feeling like that. And then I played for my wife to hear one time and she was like, when it came back from being mixed, she say, wait, something happened there. What happened? The thing got a dropout thing, no more than that. You know what I mean? And then we send it back and say, nah, you have put in back a dropout in that. And then the song, the rest is history. Guyanese, I telling you, like, if I go Guyana, I know it's pressure. Like, they love that song. Everybody write me about that song. Swear to you. So that's how that song actually came about, by just like being under pressure. It's a pressure song.
Sorry, in case you just joined us, we're talking to Fimba, the funky businessman. And we're getting funky here. So Fimba, on the funky business side, when you did funky business, what's the story behind it when you actually wrote funky business? What was
Funky business was never written. Most of my songs never, like when I have a schedule where now I go to studio like every Friday night and I come home on Saturday morning. And like when we did funky, I had like 4 tracks that I did that I was like, okay, because I normally would go by Paris at that time and record. So when I went over there, I made my appointment with Paris, drive to Jersey, set up, I record 2 songs. And then funky was the 3rd song for the day that I did. And when I did the song and Paris heard the energy, he jumped out like this, push back the seat and say, yo, like, he's sorry he wasn't really doing the production on this. Because like, is somebody else's production, you know what I mean? But he was just taking my vocals. And Paris had a lot to do with the song too. Because even when you listen to funky and you hear, wait, you a boy for bells? And like, watch, you see that one day? You know what I mean? Watch. You know, all of that is like, he told me to add all of that because I actually did the song on the spot. It wasn't something that I wrote.
So do you still work with Paris right now?
Yeah, I mean, Paris mostly do productions now for me. Like mostly like mastering and mixing and them kind of way. Like, because to drive to Jersey, you know, and with the COVID now, and because I'm living in Maryland and it is difficult to really get up with the timing and everything like that. But so I work in Baltimore because I'm close to Baltimore. So I work in Baltimore with my big bad producer, one Cuban is from Jamaica. Yeah, that's my dog.
I'm gonna ask you about Cubanists later on, but so when funky business, you didn't pen it together. So when did the idea come about to start?
Well, the idea came about when Scorpion had sent the rhythm for me, because me and Scorpion was doing some promo in what you call it, in Canada, because we was like, man, because the business is real. Like I said earlier, the gatekeepers, them just keep, you know, ignoring the knock at the door. So we decided, well, we're gonna take it and just do what we had to do. So I went to Canada to promote ourselves. We did an event over there. I was looking to go back to Montreal. We was in Toronto somewhere. And then coming back, he played the rhythm for me, and then I gave him a style on it. And he said, boy, that bad, keep that. And I was like, yeah. So I already had like a melody for the flow, but like the actual putting the words together and then putting the chorus, it was a vibe. Because even when I get back to Maryland and Paris really listened to what I did, he called me and he said, hey, you don't even know what you do. And I didn't. He said, when I found out that people interpreting funky as mining, you know what? I was shocked. I was shocked myself. Honestly speaking, this ain't no myth, you know. This ain't no story, I'm telling you. I was shocked myself because I did that and didn't actually know that people was going to take it to that. Seriously speaking. So that's yeah, natural. Everybody will say, boy, that boy bad, boy. That's the work of the Almighty. That's Jah working.
Yeah, when I heard it the first time, that's the thing that came to my mind. I go like, oh my God,
this man come up with that?
That's not gonna play on the radio.
Yeah,
it's not gonna play on the radio. You know? Yeah. But that's what
it's just like. It's just like, it's just like the neighbor when I say my neighbor too fronted fast. If he really fronted, I say him. You get what I'm saying?
Because soca music is such a way that like I tell people, that's the difference between soca and reggae, right? Reggae
that's how I learn it.
Actually say the raw thing. In soca music,
you have to
all
style
you have
it.
to do is to say something and people just
and it means something. They take it from the you style it. And that's how I learn it, because you see, my mom favorite artist was Crazy from Trinidad. And right now I get the opportunity to meet Crazy. I met him in Miami in the airport one time. I got a couple of pictures with him. and I explained to him my whole journey. And he was like, whoa. He even take up pictures with my trophies because I was traveling back to the United States with my trophies at that time. And my mom used to listen to a lot of crazy. So Paul, your mother come and all of them kind of style. And I grew up around a lot of them thing and them now. You know what I mean? So I kind of like know how to craft the thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Crazy is one of the rudest so-called artists you'll find, but you might never hear him sing the actual thing, but you know.
That's why I saying to you. Yeah. That's why I say, I know these days if you ain't saying the right thing, yeah.
And Beckett, come on. Beckett is just like one.
Let me explain something to you, right? To them that's why I'm telling you, I even ain't get into Beckett situation now. Like my uncle runs a shop in Mespo, Mikey, Rose City. And he called me one time and tell me, hey, ready? And I say, yeah, I went tongue rated. He was like, yo, Beckett, they looking for you. Beckett party. And I was like, what? So then I never really get the opportunity to, I seen him before, but actually like met him, meet the man himself. Yeah, I never really get that. But he was in Mespo. He from Leeward. He was in Mespo to like congratulate me and give me an energy now for say, well, like, yo, this youth man here, bud. So I still have to find the time to schedule something with Beckett and go down to Leeward and sit in with him however he want. If he want to stand 13 feet, 15 feet, and let me just vibes on the phone, I have to get that opportunity to interact with him. And
doesn't he live in the States? He lives in New York, no?
Nah, I think, well, I don't really know. I can't say, but I think last time I know he was at Vincy.
Oh, okay.
Last time I know, yeah.
Yeah, so you were saying like when you were wishing back then that you could have done it like Fireman and those guys. So in 2018 when you won the Raga Soca Mona, one of the hero Fireman, you beat Fireman in that same category. What was the feeling like?
Well, the feeling was real crazy because I was in the cemetery, actually sleeping close to the cemetery right out there by the playing field, by the church, if you know what I mean, because like I was traveling from Montego Bay. I drove from Montego Bay to Kingston, take a plane from Kingston to Miami, take a flight from Miami to Barbados, take a flight from Barbados to St. Vincent. I never got Vincy till after 6 the evening really. And then my homeboy Damon Brown, when he picked me up at the airport, we went to his house, I shower, calm down a little bit. It was right away to get ready to go back straight in the vehicle and go head to Victoria Park because remember, I had picked number 1. My cousin Carlos James from Country Meat Tongue, he had picked for me and he picked performing number 1. So I was like, why he have to pick number 1? Out of all the number in the whole thing, why you pick number 1? Like, give me some chance, give me a little time for like things spice up a little bit and then let me come in like number 8 or 7 or 9 or so. Number. Me start to think that was real pressure. And I was just coming from, you know, Jamaica and everything and traveling and that whole situation was like crazy. So I was tired. So after when I finished perform, I was like trying to take in the show and vibes and I started to like phase out and not away of them within us. I ended up and went in the car to get a little shutter, you know. And then within sleeping in the car, you know, you ain't too comfortable. I hear the phone going crazy. And then that's when they called me and tell me, yo, boy, where they? Boy, you win. I was like, what? I start to drive, then I put the vehicle back in park. Then I was confused in my head what to do. And then I just run over to the Victoria Park. And then by then that time the sun was up. Outside it was clear and I was like, everybody with mic and phone in my face. I was like, yeah. And just accept the love, you know. But Fireman, Hoop and them fellas and them is like, I know Fireman is legendary. Fireman will always be legendary to me because when I was growing up in Barbados, he did a song called Snake in the Grass. Bite in the. And this is the same thing like the grabber finesse that I tell you. Keisha, she go take come. We gotta understand our culture and our music and build that. Me not change nothing from Vincy. You understand me trying to tell you?
True.
Me not change nothing from Vincy. And then them music start to beat in Barbados real hard. There's a guy named Nutman. that in Barbados that has be selling peanuts and sunset and thing and vibes in. Anybody know Nutman? Everybody know Nutman. And he always beating Rose's crew. And I was like, who's that crew? And everybody Rose's crew, boy. So Fireman Hooper is like, is like, nothing we do with fire. It's like fire forever.
True.
You know? Yeah.
So what were you doing in Jamaica? Were you touring, or that was the time when you were?
I was getting married. That was my wedding. My wedding was in Jamaica. So I had the scariest thing about this, DJ Donovan from Exclusive Songs. That's like my real boss, you know. And Donovan was like, because he's, you know, like you had them people in your life that would talk to you, a kind of way make you know, like, yo, you know, you might do something wrong with somebody. Be like, don't say nothing to you. I surround myself with people that just be like, yo, you're stupid or. You understand? Yeah. So Donovan called me and asked me, yo, you're stupid or. Now it's your time to win the soca money. You talking about married. The kind of thing you depend. So he called me and said, you stupid. So I was like, well, how me tell Tamika now that me have to put off this wedding, me can't marry, me again, or whatever the case will be. So he put me in that kind of position now. I say, man, I never even involved in anything, man. Let them do it more because that's what them do every year. Like, gatekeepers, them going to control that anyway. And then I break the news to Tamika. I was like, baby, you feel say that you can move the wedding date from the Saturday to the Friday? And she was like, and it was a big setback and all. But you know what she did? She really been around me and see my energy. She was like, you know what? She gonna make the sacrifice. It costs a lot. And then she called me and tell me, hey, because I was thinking it ain't happening. And she called me and tell me, hey, I called the wedding planner. I called the Hilton. I called everybody. Everything is safe. I called all the guests. Some people not coming no more because they had this schedule already and they can't change. But we're going to do it this way. So that's why I had to scramble. As soon as I finished, a lucky thing, my mom was there, my aunts, my brothers. So like I had people around me that, because you know the people them you have around you at that moment in your life is the people them that really, you know, care for you and have you like that. So I had to leave my kids with them and just drive, because we couldn't catch a flight from Montego Bay because it would have been waste of time that time. So we had to drive from Montego Bay to Kingston, fly from Kingston to Miami, from Miami to Barbados, from Barbados to Vincy.
See, that's what I mean, man. Don't hold back on us with this story where you hold it back.
Nah. I ain't got nothing to hide, bro, because like
what were you doing in Jamaica? Were you touring? Were you
doing? I was getting married. I was getting hanged, so to speak. Yeah, we talking things them. I was getting married.
I see Cippy sizing up to jump in there, so Cippy, you can jump in.
You're talking about Dada Van Crick?
Yeah, boy, like you know everybody.
But that's nobody.
Wow, yeah, that's a real mentor in my whole career, my whole life. You know,
we
big up Exclusive Songs.
We used to play football together, man.
Yeah, bad football player too. Yeah, he make the national team.
He played the national team, you know.
Yeah, man.
I played with Rose. I used to play with Rosians.
Yeah. Donovan.
I used to play
is a real boss.
Yeah. So I know him. That's my dead buddy.
Yeah, man, that's my boy. That's family. That's Zidane. That's Zidane. Yeah.
That's my dead body there.
Yeah, man.
I pass it back.
Actually, I was handing it over anyway, so I'll continue. Wow. Yeah. So, okay, let's get into the collab. So you have a collab with Cubanist. How did that come about?
Well, to be honest with you, Cubanist, I had the song in my head, and Cubanist said he is actually Cubanist rhythm as well. And I was
it's like it's a reggae.
It's a dancehall. Because Cubanist is dancehall. He into dancehall, hardcore dancehall. And he was like, I had this song, and I was like, you know what? Because I make some connection with Sprague Benz, and I was like, I did a record. We had a record before that we was gonna do, and that didn't work. And then I had this other record with 100 Pound, and I said like, this is gonna be the one that I'm gonna send to him. And for some reason, I think he was shooting a movie at the time. And he was doing some other vibes. Because big up Sprague Benz, I'm a real friend that, you know, good dude. And what I did was I couldn't really get in touch with him. And I was getting in a sense like I can be like, okay, let me just do something different because I ain't gonna let this go to waste waiting for this record to get clear. So then I said, Cuban, if your beat, I mean, why don't we do it together? Because a lot of people always think you have to do music with a big name. You have to always remix with this and that. Sometimes it's the principle about the whole situation. So me and he decide like, yeah, let me do it together. And he jump on it and it's a nice track. I sent it to I think Hyper 4000 is who actually make that song big in Vincy. Hyper 4000 and DJ Tough and them fellas from Boom Station and DJ Q and Stumpy and Sniper from Extreme and them. Big up Hot 97 same. Can we don't segregate who over here, over there. They don't want to play my music, they don't play it. But just know that me not have no family between Nonny Station and them. Open season. You understand? Yeah, me not have no politics with that.
I like politics, man, you know.
Yeah. Me not deal with that. No. I love Hot 97. I like Boom. Any one of them call. Luke called for me today and tell me want to do something, bam, I'm there. Once everything is right and we on the right page, I'm there. Extreme call on me, friend. I'm there. Boom, I'm there. I'm a businessman. Me not try to deal with this thing with who a friend and who know who and because I deal with them, man, you can't deal with me. Me not have them blood, me deal with everybody. Me everybody good. Yeah.
So so back with Cuba. So with the collab, how do you feel? I know I asked this question to a few artists. How do you feel like? Do you feel like and I know you expressed your views earlier on. Do you feel like more Vincentian artists, especially the ones who are up there, should be working more with local artists, up and coming artists who was the thing? How do you feel about that process? So do you think the artists who are up there, they're doing enough to really help the youngsters to preserve the continuity of it?
That's a technical question, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because as an artist and you out there, you need to surround yourself with bigger artists and artists that up there to compel your thing and to push you in a level, right? So that's the first thing that you gotta do is self-preservation. You have to look out for yourself first. You understand? To put yourself out and keep your brand up. But then remember, the man down here, his brand is here, your brand is here. The top of the chain might be here, but your brand is here. It's not going to take much to just throw down a little line, and tell you, yo, step up a little bit more, and then you still the here. But when you're not stepping at all, and you're not focusing on nothing at all, that is a big problem too. For me, Cubanist right now, if it wasn't for Cubanist, and I tell him this more than once, like, a Cubanist, man, if it wasn't for that, brother, I probably would not even continuing with music, because certain thing went down with funky business that I wanted to pull myself just away from the music, because I was like, if this is what it's going to be, I don't want a part of this music thing here. I prefer just go back to what I'm doing. But Cubanist show me that, yo, Fimba, you're a star, you know. It's my real virgin, I tell you. He put the confidence in me to make me know, like, yeah, and this is a Jamaican. He don't know nothing about soca. All he know that means a bad artist. To him, you can't tell he nothing about me. And he just tell you, yo, Fimba, you're a star, you know. I mean, nobody try to style the thing, you know. Them only fight greatness, you know. You know, because even when he record Neighbor, Julius, his son Julius, was 3 months old. And then he called a babysitter to come and take care of Julius because we was going to record. And I told him, nah, you don't need no babysitter, leave Julius. And we put Julius in a rocker. And I record Neighbor in his studio, and Julius was right there next to me recording.
So
I cried one time.
It sounds like funky business brought you success and you lost some friends along the way or something.
Yeah, I did. I mean, and it's like, I don't really like to talk about it in a sense, because to me, it's all kind of like a big misunderstanding. I'm not going to get into it. But like, what you have to understand is that if me and you is friends or is brethren, so to speak, and then because I grew, well, I won't like to say thuggish because some people interpret them things different, but I grew on the streets. Like, I grew up in a rum shop. So anything there is to see and do, me know and me do it. You understand what I say? But I try to play innocent. So, but what I'm saying is, like, I grew up around a kind of energy where me and a man go get in a heated conversation, a heated energy. But that does not mean that tomorrow morning, me can't call this brethren and say, yo, where we are going to eat breakfast today?
Right.
You see where you're coming from?
Yeah, man.
So a lot of people who I think was on that level with me, that we could have really like go up on certain reason and be a certain way. It kind of never really work out that way. So, you know, like after a while, I realized to myself, me really going to take a styling because Miss Gemini, Simeon and Levi, but don't take no talk neither.
Yeah, well, that's what comes with success, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how it goes.
Some, you lose some, unfortunately.
And choose,
but you know.
but at the same time, in life, you have to also believe in what you believe in. What they say, you stand for something or you fall for anything. Like you have to really stand up for what you believe in. And then if a man want to meet you halfway, you want to meet a man halfway and say, well, like, yo, bro, it's a misunderstanding. This is not how they're supposed to go and how they're supposed to go. Let's work it different. Then there's a different story. But if you're not in a position to really handle that situation, whatever disagreement you have, like men, then you're not in a position to say that you're really a leader, a friend. Because like I said to you, I have friends that you hear me and them argue. People call my mother and say, yo, you have a wonder boy they with Fimba and like keep it because like the feeling go kill one another and them with it. And then me and my friend laughing. Because that's just how it's supposed to be.
True.
We have on the beach, leave it on the beach. You don't need to go suffer.
Fimba,
Yes, sir.
As we're talking, I give you a story similar like what you said. When I now came to Canada, I used to do a lot of refereeing. And I used to have problem refereeing people of my color. They used to give me the most problem. People say, talk, I've been little thing about the Jamaicans. I'll give you the story. I used to referee the Jamaicans, and I used to have the maximum respect. I used to throw off a guy almost every game I play, and I didn't have car at the time. That same guy, you should just come and pick me up and bring me home. Yeah, that's how they respect you. Yeah. So I say that because you say that, and I know since I opened this radio station, there's similarities to your story. So that's why I give you that. There are people who respect you for what you do, and there's people who are gonna get behind your back for the same thing that you do. So yeah, you just have to stay up for yourself. But
one thing I could tell you about that. Sorry to cut you there. One thing I could tell you about that is I've learned how to like I tell you earlier, not only to be humble, but to stay humble. Because in this kind of time we live in, a lot of people don't really understand. They understand the changes in how people live in, but is it time that them not understand? It change in a time. So I humble, but is to stay humble. So that's what you're going to do. Stay humble and stay loving, because you can't fight fire with fire, brethren. The whole place burn down. The whole place burn down. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. This one, I get really attached to this one. It's called Chat Too Much. Tell me a little bit about Chat Too Much.
That song, right? Because all of my music and them, all of my song and them that I vibes, it has always be a spirit behind it. That actual song was I was somewhere in the Bahamas or somewhere, I think it was, doing a show. And a guy saw me talking to this, because like sometimes I even shock myself, like when I pull up and girls start to run, oh my God, look for my and hug me up and want a picture. I just be like, because I'm not an excited guy on a level. My wife does always say that I'm not an excited guy. I don't get excited. But people love me because, like, yeah, that's Fimba, that's the funky business. They see him and narrated it. This daughter saw me and she run over and hugged me up and want a picture and vibes, and she is and she vibes me and what, and we reasoning. So when she makes she move now vibes, this youth come and talk to me now. And he was like, yo, that easy, You could get that if you want. We could think on vibes. But he don't know my status. He don't know how I set up. He don't know my movement. But he's bringing that to me in a sense, like, yeah. And I look at him in a sense and rate it, yeah, them girl this, and he start to run she right now. So then when he leave now, the girl saw him talking to me. And she came back over now and said to me, what was he just telling you? And I kind of like, you know, me gonna be no whistleblower, like I say. I be like, they were just talking about the showman and the energy. People come out, the vibes nice and rated it. And she was like, yeah, you know what? I deal with him before and this and that, and because I don't deal with him no more, and this because he went and do this and do that. This is the reason why, like, he going and this and this and that and whatnot. So I came back and I was like, I think Paris and narrowed him for me. And I wrote that song for that lady, and I don't even know her. But the energy off of that is where that song come from. Some man just chat too much, making it so hard for me. Girl, if you give it to me, give it to me. Remember, say me not talk, me can't talk. Some man just chat too much because a lot of fellas just get with these women, and the next best thing they to do is to tell the friend, yeah, I did this, she, and I do that. You have to stop disrespecting woman and them like that. Because when a woman give up herself on a level is sacred. It's something that you should keep to your heart. So yeah, that's where that song come from.
I suspect that there's some similarity story behind it because
that's where that come from.
I just listened to the lyrics and then I have
straight up.
They seem to be at it. So when you go back to St. Vincent, how do people gravitate to you? Do people gravitate to you because you're Fimba, or people gravitate to you because they know you? How people gravitate to you?
Well, Mespo people don't study me, period. Because, you know, Mespo people own me. Like, Mespo is my place. Mespo is, you know what I mean? So when I'm on the block or wherever I'm passing, boy, what? And someone will say, boy, go so I'm kind of thing, you know what I mean? So that's like Mespo is home. So when I'm home, I don't get no special treatment, no carpet roll out. Everybody treat me the same way. And I love that. Love that. But like, for the other people and then Vincy, you know, who get into vibes, they just be like, wow, like, hey, this is it. And, you know, I love to go in the market and thing and meet with people because nobody don't really know me. That's the thing with me as an artist. Like, a lot of people just be like, yo, that's Fimba. And they be like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, I was just in London. We was in November sometime. We was on a boat ride. And then the place bad up, and then this lady come out, some girls was behind us found out. We're like, yo, that's Fimba. Then them, nah. And then start to Google, nah, you Fimba and this and that. When them find out, me have to calm them down from scream out the place and act up. So it's like you get different reaction with different people. But Vincent always just be humble to me because they don't know me. I has been Vincy and the wrong people. And then is when I gone, they just actually find out, well, that is Fimba, because like I'm not one to be always like puffed up, and once I hit the room, everybody have to know that is Fimba and rate it. I'll be like normal. Like, you know, so I can't really say I got a big reaction to that, like after, but not when I'm on the ground, because I don't come up, yo, I'm a Fimba and what I deal with, we're going wrong here. I don't do that. So I don't really know.
After you won the Soca Monarch, what was it like?
My life changed. I had to quit my job for a whole year. I had to quit my job because, like, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't even keep up with my messages. Like, you be typing and you be seeing like 50, 60 people typing at the same time. I had to, you know what I mean? I couldn't handle that. I wasn't ready for that. Honestly speaking, this is the first time I'm saying this. Like, on the first interview, like, really that I'm talking these things, I guess it's because the way you're reasoning. It's like, I never really, you know, I couldn't handle that. It was just too much. I had to quit my job for a year, and then I make up my mind to go back to work. I called my boss back, like, 2019, April it was. And I'd be like, yo, one of them times I'd be like, I need to take myself, because I realized now that it was getting to a point where if you don't really sin your soul at this time, and if you don't do something that you're not supposed to do, because the social media, you have to be a clown to really make it, to get, you know, to be, you know what I mean? So I wasn't, if you know me not going to be that. So I decided, well, here we're going now. Me going back to what I'm going to do. And me going to just keep the music, like with Simon from Grenada told me on the Vars on the bridge. Make up your mind we're doing. So I go back to my work and I keep the music as fun, happy, and enjoy it as it come, and do it as it come. And if I could teach along the way, who I could help, I'm trying to do the Vincy culture meeting so that I will stamp my name and stamp my brand in the business to say, well, like, when we pass on from here, I live you made dead, you must. Somebody could come and say, well, like, yo, it's you to really they set up this and they do that and help me and what along the way. That's my goal right now.
What has the COVID did for you? Did it slow you down? Did it give you more time to think about things? What can you see? What can positive things that you have coming out from this COVID?
Well, for the COVID time, it's like it's been always quarantine for me. Who know me? I'm a home person. You know what I mean? I don't really. If you see me outside, it's like yeah. So the COVID kind of like make me more focus on being prepared in a sense, because that's why I have so much music right now. I just pull myself off of recordings to actually do visuals, because now I have a lot of recordings, but I have no visual. And everybody telling me they don't know who Fimba is. So I have to really let the people them see me on a level. So this song, this rhythm that I'm on, that is the Nice Time rhythm that just came out. We having a nice time, and I don't want nobody but me. I'm trying to get my visual the right way to be out there like that now. But COVID keep me more to get myself prepared. It teach me to be, because like nobody did expect that they're gonna lock this place down. It's gonna be like that. You have to do this and you have to do that, and they would have come to that. Because right now the entertainment industry is struggling, is suffering because of that, So it teach me now to be prepared. And it's a lucky thing that I use the lockdown time to record. So now I could use this period now to do visuals. And then maybe when the energy comes, because music is an energy, you have to feel, you have to be like a lot of times I just be working on a rhythm and a producer will call and be like, yo, I send a rhythm for you since last month and thing, and you do not yet, we're going on. You have to be in a frame of mind. If something not right in your life or something, some people just say they were right about when I write in their life. But with me, everything have to be on a level and calm. And when I go in the studio and me and Cuban they start working, bam, it's a hit.
Where can people get your music?
Well, my first thing I could say about that, because this is like a situation in a sense. Like before, like when I put up my music, I used to just before I blew up with funky business, I used to just put my music on social media. Like I would be like, oh, everybody would be like, send your music to this buddy, that buddy could put it up. They have a platform, because at that time you're kind of knocking at the door. So you kind of like trying to use every little angle or every little position that you can use to more or less try to see if you can get in that door. But then coming to find out now that is the wrong way how to approach that. I learned that the hard way. So now I'm trying to build, I'm in the process of building Mess for Connection as my label, because I have rhythms that on the table to mix with other artists on it as well. So I'm trying to put myself in that production position. But releasing a song, like I did a song, I heard you guys play it earlier too, Fool Attack and a Fool Listen. That's the first song I actually ever released on a digital platform for myself, and knowing where like I own and govern everything to that, because now my masters I own, my rights to whatever music I doing now, I own in that. If me not own that, me have to come to some sort of agreement which pass, so we good. Because you know what I mean, the funky business was a learning experience for me in a sense, So you can find my music on all digital platforms if you're streaming, but like I'm working on having my own site where it's gonna be Mess for Connection and them with it to really like stream my music. I must say big up to Jomo in Toronto too as well. That's another one of my big bad producers as well. Jomo is the man that responsible for Nice Time. He actually made the rhythm for me, Mystery as well, that I'm about to release a couple of weeks from now.
Because one of the things I noticed with our artists is that we need to educate each other when it comes to like copyrights and getting your music over, because being in this business, I understand that there's a lot of problems we Vincentian artists face when come to copyrights and when to come to collect whatever you're supposed to get.
I just told you. That's what keeping me from releasing this track with Mystery. It done master, it done graphic, it done ready. If you go on my Facebook, you could see I got a little article I wrote about Mystery and the energy and, you know, thanking him. I'm ready to go with this, but here what happened now. You have to make sure when your stuff ready to go out, it's right. That's one thing that I learned as well. So I'm not gonna just jump out and put this song out here with me a Mystery. Before, I used to do that because as soon as you get a new track, it probably not even mix good. You probably don't even hear the little mistake you make. I'll be like, yo, put that up now, send that out, because you're excited for the people them to get your energy. But now I'm looking at everything. So now I'm looking at how Mystery gonna get paid, how he gonna get his split, how he gonna get his royalties. Number one, that's key. Because I'm not gonna cheat the man out of his money and then his money just will come. Because if you're not registered the right way, and I have to put his name, who did the song with me, because I'm with BMI. And then you come and you do this now. BMI gonna recruit my money for me. And then Mystery Money would be in that position for years and don't go nowhere and do nothing with it. Because he don't have a social, he don't have anything to do with a bank in America so that you could find out, well, like, okay, well, let me register up this man. I heard people saying there's Spotify are trying to do things in the Caribbean now. There's well, I know Barbados have their own system, which is Bamsi. I don't know if they changed their name now, if they're doing something different, but that was the royalty thing in Barbados. And then they have COT and they have other things, but no real serious concrete stamp to say, well, like this, okay, if an artist jump up tomorrow and have a hit, somebody could say, well, like, yo, register with here, all your money come into this account. We don't have that in St. Vincent. And I'm not going to release that song with me a Mystery until I get that the right way. Because I'm a fair and honest person. Me not going to go wrong anything no other way. It's not about the money here. It's a principle.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing as we on that topic. Sometimes on the radio, I play certain songs, or sometimes we stream to Facebook, and certain songs are being clipped. So somebody asked me, how you keep playing these songs? I say, some songs have royalty in it. So when I play them, and there's certain software that these companies use that clip the music because it has royalty in it. There's some music that does not have royalty, so you can play it freely. So I just said that so that people could understand this royalty thing business is serious business for the people because you're cutting in on their revenue.
My brother, not a joke. That is number one that we should fix. Because look, you know, Trinidad getting theirs, you know. Jamaica getting theirs. You understand? Even Grenada getting theirs, Barbados getting theirs. What Vincy doing? What we doing as everybody does want to say, well, like, yeah, I don't need to big up nobody brand. I don't need to run down nobody thing for say, well, like, yeah, me I do what you do. I want to do what Vincy I do. No knocking to nothing. Because I love every Caribbean country. I love every genre of music. I love my music partners. And half of them, well, basically the only Vincy music partner I have is Jomo and Parry. Everybody else is different countries and different background. But I want to see best for Vincy because we don't have what these other guys have. We don't have nothing set up for that the guys them could collect the royalty. You think it easy, you know songs in Vincy that you just hear beating all over the wall, all in London, tune beating and bad. And you turn around and then that person not even making $2 at the end of the quarter for all them plays that he get. Check it good. That's not right.
Yeah, as you said, we need to set up because what people don't really know, without that proper structure in place, they cannot get paid.
Cannot. And I've asked Adrian Bailey, I've spoken to Hunter, and like I said, these is people in the business that know, and I ask them for advice because there are a couple of people I will link and say, well, like, yo, I need you to advise, because that's how you learn to, you have to ask questions. I don't really want to jump up and make people feel like, and I doing, and I feel like rated. I just ask these guys like, hey, what do you think I should do here? And at the same time, I still have to go now and try to figure out what I think would be the best thing to do to make it work. And I'm working on the mystery situation because this song is like, I know this song is going to be a big record. And like, I really want to do it the right way so that I can have a peace of mind knowing that I did good and I did well, not because of the artwork and in the music and the form, but in a sense that the business behind the song is justified. You understand what I'm saying?
Anything happen at my house, them no before me.
Yeah, Fimba. So you're talking about doing it on the visual side. Do you think that you missed the boat for a video on Funky Business, or you still want to do it?
Funny thing you said that. Today, I got a call from one of my cousin in Vincy and saying that, you know, I make Patrice Roberts just came out with a song saying, I go drink water and mind my business and have a video to her song, and I don't. A lot of people don't understand, like I said, certain technicalities and certain things beyond my control, certain feelings, certain energy. I could not make a move towards doing nothing because I is the kind of man like this. Like I tell you, Bob Marley is my teacher. If it don't feel right, it don't sound right, it don't feel good, it not good. And it didn't feel that kind of way for me. I got plans for it. I am going to get it the right way. But, you know, that's something that I've been biting me. Like, yeah, everybody be like, yo, you need a visual for that. And I knew it, but it was just not, the energy was not right. That's the whole thing behind that. The energy was not right. And like I said, if you're going to do something, you have to do it good and done. You can't just mediocre something.
So do you think the time has passed for that, or it's still?
No, of course not. Of course not, because you know I can do so much now. Because like I said, you get wiser into the game. You get to understand the stakeholders and what at hand. So you get to know how to move. Like I could remix the song right now,
right?
And then I do a video right there and then with the remix. But
I kind of feel if you remix it, it takes away from it though, because the beat to the song is just perfect, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You know.
Yeah, then again, the magicians or the producers, they know what they're doing. So you know.
Yeah.
Everything remix, but you know, splicing a little bit, you know.
Yeah, but I will have to get with. I would probably
one piece of it, you know. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm looking at it that way too. I might get with Kamal and try to see what we could do. Or I could probably do it by myself. Or you know, it's I just don't like to make it about, because me is not a me kind of guy. I don't want it to be about me. You know what I mean? I want it to be about us. I mean, like, because if something happened, I want to be able to. I'm sure you have somebody that you will call and say, like, hey, what do you think about this? You think this color go with this, or you think this would be nice to do with that? You think this song go with that? You think you think I should fly on a winter day, or like you think a rainy day? Which day, you know, you have to have people that you involve with that because sometimes people like to say they like to think outside the box. I like to think in the box. Yeah, me not going out.
Yeah,
I want to stay in the box and think.
Yeah, and before I forget, it would be good to have Mystery on. You know, if you can get in touch with him, get him, put him on the program so we can refresh our people of, you know, what they were missing from back then. And
yeah, well, we're shooting a video for the song, you know. So I guess when I'm in Vincy and me and he together, because I don't really like when I'm in Vincy, I don't highlight. I don't try to, you know, yeah, I'm in Vincy or what and post up. I'd be like, but I'm working on a video with me and him right now. So as soon as I'm with him, I'm gonna message you guys and let you know, even if you gotta just slip in us for 20 minutes or something, I would definitely.
We have space, man, because this program was only meant to be Saturday, you know. So it's just that you just extended it to Sunday as well, because demand is there. But sometimes, like you say, we want the right set of people on at the right time. So like for the other artists who think we're reaching out for them for blah blah blah, we have people. It's just that that's why we extend it. We have people. It's just that we want certain people on at certain time, you know, and give it a mix, because not only artists we also do, you know, things to help out people or educate people in the community as well. So, you know, we can fit you in anytime, man. So don't
Man,
worry.
I really appreciate that, and I really take my hat off to you guys, like on a
Man,
level,
one
because
weekend we did what, Cippy, was 2 or 3 shows one day, in one day, just to
Yeah, yeah.
accommodate.
but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, because like for you guys to be doing what you're doing here now, they're showing me now that I could look back on other shows that started. You don't have the followings, you don't have that, you don't have this, but then you look at them today, them is some powerhouse.
Absolutely.
So I want you guys to don't stop doing what you're doing. Keep moving regardless to wherever breeze blow your way. Once you could really like reach out to the people then, because even if 2 people are gone, one is somebody listening.
True,
You understand?
true.
And don't stop doing what you're doing. I really commend you guys for really what you're
Yeah,
doing.
man, and we enjoy doing it. We're learning as well. We learn new
Man,
things
no, but this is the whole thing.
every day, man. Every
This
day
is the
we learn.
whole thing. Sometimes when you think some artists act like if they're crazy and they have a sense, you think that they don't have a sense is because at the moment when it happened, they don't know what to do. So they do something crazy and then it flip out like if like, yo, that was bad. But really and truly is because you didn't know what to do. Because you have to learn. Even the little, when Bob tell you, even the littlest man, even the biggest man was a baby once.
True. And we have, you know, and we have standards here too. We don't, our intention is not to come and for people to spill dirty laundry, but to uplift.
No.
You know? So
Yeah, man, that is the whole energy.
if someone wants to come and tell their story, like whatever, that's up to them. But we're not gonna question you deep down into your lifestyle and stuff like that, because we don't want to keep man down. We want people to just move up.
I would like you guys to interview like what you call him, Dot C, Casper G, Magical.
Magical, we already did
Grabber. Magic.
Magical, real youth, man. Real youth, Magical.
Brethren, I get to meet him in New York last year. We did a show together over I think it's a little after the Labor Day season. I did a show with him up there. He and Hyper 4000. Hyper 4000 is my real dog too.
We did Hyper, we did Impress, we did Zola.
Yeah.
Scorpion. You know,
yeah.
So just put them on to me or Sip, you know, no problem.
Yeah. Because the reason why I'm saying that I would like you guys to interview these guys is because like, and you mentioned a name there, Scorpion. That is one of the most passionate guy I know in the whole. Scorpion actually responsible for my career in a sense. And I mean, regardless to whether vibes and ever energy it may seem and what, I will always be grateful and humble to that energy, because like when I was confused into really who I am in the music business and what I doing and my energy, because it's like a mad bull where you can't tame. He said to me, he said, yo, you have to realize, you know, Fimba, you come from a culture, you come from a kind of people, you come from a village, you come from a background which pass like you deep. And then that's when I realized to myself, yo, and then Cuban is come and put the icing on it now and say like, yo, nobody can handle you, my God, he's a boss. I figure, you know, so Scorpion is one of them, man, that regardless to what, I'm always a mad respect for.
Yeah, man. Scorpion, we went over 2 hours of Scorpion and we didn't get.
No, he's not. He's not.
Scorpion.
No,
we have to bring back Scorpion.
He's not a normal brother.
He wasn't ready to go.
No, he's not. That sounds like him. He's not a normal brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He's not, you know.
And if you have anybody that you find interesting, just get them on to me or get them on to Moulton, and we bring them on the show.
Yeah, most definitely, because like that's what we need to do. We need to really expose our people to what's out there, because like I said to you, the next artist could probably jump up from Leeward, Country Fancy or whatever, and say, Mama Leo, Mama Tumba, and then bam, that's a big hit. They don't know which plane to jump on. Them don't know which flight for take. You understand? So we need to have that kind of foundation set with BRC and steel, so that if somebody jump up in Vincy, They should know, well, like, boy, I shouldn't really listen to this man. He keeping a bunch of noise. I should just know, like, hey, I want this, I want that, and they're supposed to here traveling with me. That's my DJ, that's my management team. Talk to them if you have any issues. And then that's how it's, but we don't have that in Vincy. We don't. And that's the biggest thing that really fighting us as Vincent and in this music industry. We don't have that anchor. Like I say, if fellas and them who here and who are really taking that, step backward to really like pull a guy up and then still head to their goal, you're wasting time. I mean, I care who the guy be. That's how I see it.
All right. And okay, let me just ask you a few questions in wrapping up. Who was your biggest idol musically growing up?
Bob Marley and Peter Tosh.
Bob Marley and Peter Tosh.
And I like Sparrow because children go to school and learn well. Because in Vincy, every Monday morning when school opens September, everybody will listen to that song and play that for them kids. That just goes to show you how powerful the music is, because the parents them know that if the kids them listen to that song, they will have a mentality if they really get it now too. You understand? Later on, you go grow up in life. You understand? And be a good person. So yeah, Sparrow is somebody I would say as well too. But I grew up really on Bob Marley and Jacob and Peter Tosh, because my father, Honey Boy Bells at them time was more roots, So I was on that.
And I know you said the song with Mystery is one of your new project. Any other new project coming up?
Oh, like I said, like I have a song with a guy from Kenya, like a Afrobeats vibes that done recorded already, waiting to do a video for that as well. I have another song that I did, another record for Parry Jack. I'm working on something now for Island Network. I mean, I have a lot of stuff that done.
Are you managed by Island Network?
Somewhat, yeah, somewhat. Because Herrick Horn is not even like a manager to me. Somebody that I even know even before the music. Because then when everybody telling me about Herrick this and Herrick that, they don't understand Herrick. Herrick
is my classmate, man. Was my classmate.
But let me tell you, Herrick Horn is a man which part like, if you're not on business and you're not in it not making sense, you're really talking to Herrick. So you really gonna understand Herrick energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the guy he is. But yeah, Herrick is somebody that I won't even say management. I say he's a friend, because down to today, I call him and explain the same funky business vibes to him and what we want to do with it. And, just waiting on his word.
I worked with him. I did some, because I used to do some promotion in Montreal. So I worked with him with Moulton and all those guys.
Yeah.
The time when, James Zippy and Scorpion came out with Leave Me Alone that year. I think I worked with him doing promotion. So,
even right now, I have my management team right now that is current is Jamie Crick. The same exclusive song Donovan, his daughter, like she taking care of my production, and she taking care like the branding, Mespo Connection and Fimba as an artist, where we go and trying to give her rights to handle certain things for me and baby step into the thing, because like we need them kind of people in Vincy. So I done already start to like inject certain thing into that now, because I went down there, spent a couple of days and did the first part of the shoot for Nice Time, and she handled everything. When I leave, it was like production team was like, yo, you have to come back and we finish this thing here. And then everything went so smooth. I can't even believe that it went so smooth. And that's Jamie is really young in the business, and she handled everything like a real boss. So, we got people in line that want to do things for the art form.
So finally, if someone has to take a page from your book, or what would you want people to learn from Fimba, the artist?
Stay true to yourself. You understand? Don't try to really myth this thing and believe, say, well, you're going to be Michael Jackson. You understand? Michael Jackson came, he saw, and he gone. You understand? Sorry to say it like that if some people take it like that, but I just trying to get my point across that Michael Jackson is a legend. You understand? Bob Marley's legend. You stay true to what you want to do. Don't try to follow, because in this industry that we're in is a bunch of followers. If this body dressing like this and this body doing that and this body going here, you feel you have to go there too. No, you don't. So if it's one thing that you can take from Fimba, if you do take nothing else, be you, stay true to yourself, and do you. Don't do nobody else. Because I try to make yourself uncomfortable for wearing certain shoes and it'll squeeze you and you can't dance. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Now go dance and you know you can't buy more. And you want to buy more. Drink a beer, drink a Guinness. You're good.
True.
You understand? So yeah, just be yourself and stay true to yourself. That's my, and I can go down with that. Me changing that.
Yeah, Fimba, man, like I said, man, your thing is not normal. You know, you will go down knowing that your style is different, everything is different.
Right,
It's been
true.
an absolute pleasure, man, to have you sharing this story.
Likewise,
Thanks for
Dan.
taking the time out. I met you, well, I've seen you in Montreal when I saw you in Montreal when you came there and performed, but we never met. But it's good to meet you virtually and hopefully in the near future. And I'm pretty sure Sip is gonna give you the invitation to come back.
No, well, definitely, because yeah, Montreal is a nice place too. Like I love Montreal. I've been there. I've been coming to Montreal even before I blew up with Funky. Yeah, man. So Montreal is like a place, you know.
Right.
So I really appreciate you.
We're not sure, but I'm originally grew up in Montreal, but hopefully next time you get a gig in Montreal.
No, man, we're gonna really sit down and really, yeah, man. We're gonna really sit down and chop it up.
Yeah, and not only that, you know, we can find a gig the same way down here, you know.
Well, that's a move because like if you guys in Montreal and I come in Montreal, they say me just coming to meet you and shake your hand. Like, people them see what's going on.
Right, exactly.
Then we hold a fundraiser. Like, we find out some Vincy organization that need help out there. Like for the volcano thing, like I did my thing. I want to help. I want to give back. So it's not all about what you receiving as an artist, because I went to shows already where I didn't get paid and then end up and get bookings that would a double time cost the show that I went to and do for free.
No, I was saying we're in Ottawa, right? So Montreal is 2 hours away. I was just saying that, you know, we'll make it 2 gigs, one in Montreal, maybe one Friday night and one.
Bro, that's why I'm trying to explain to you. People on your end trying to get me up there. I was on flyer to do show up there too. It's just that it never really, never really manifests.
Don't worry, I know the promoters up there, so that's not a big deal.
Yeah, we go walk out something, man. You know.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, man. Same here.
And if you want, you can just give your social media where you want people to follow you and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. It's vibes, man. Appreciate the love, man. Give thanks.
Fimba.
Yes, sir.
Is anytime you want to come back to this radio station, I don't have to call you or Moulton don't have to call you.
Man, I love this conversation here because like
you just have to send us a message and say, boy, we ready.
The next time I come in on here, it's gonna be with mystery. I promise you. Then anytime I see you, I link you on a Saturday or Sunday, I gonna have mystery with me and we're gonna do a live vibes with you guys and let you see the energy and feel the energy. I only see it, but feel it. Yeah, man, I can really do that.
See this as yours.
No, man, it's brethren, is love. You see, like the way how I do a lot of interviews. Like this interview here was really like calm for me and like humble for me, because it's like I'm more like as you get older, them say you get wiser, and I start to understand how things work a little bit better. You know, no fire with fire, brethren. I throw water upon that.
So anytime you want to come back to Vincy Internet Radio, man.
I got you, man. It's love. I feel the energy, man. I appreciate it. And you know, everybody who I know, so we can't disrespect it neither, because I might squeal upon me and then blow you whistle upon me and then I get spanked. So I have to behave myself. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Your father, man, and Crick and those guys, man.
Yeah, man.
Those.
Well, it's Crick daughters who actually managing me now, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like when I say managing me, she taking care of all of my business, my production and everything. Like, yeah, she responsible for everything. Like she telling me, hey, don't do this. Hey, we doing that. Hey, this. Like she got me dressing like if I some kind of, I don't know, she changed up my whole style, because if you ask me all day, all night, I wear black in it. She was like, no, put some color into your life, you know. So yeah, big up to Jamie Crick, you know. Yeah, man.
So anytime, man, don't think. So you want to just give us a little information about your social media, how people can.
Well, I'm easy on social media. It's Fimba Jardine. Anyhow you look at it, you put it. Facebook Fimba Jardine, Instagram Fimba Jardine, and you know, you could just get me there and just message me, you know, whatever. You know, we're good to go. I'm humble with it. I might take a minute to get back, but trust me, I will. Yeah, Fimba Jardine, Fimba Jardine. And then you could put all the data and everything behind that. Gmail, anyway, you'll find me. Trust me.
Anyhow, it was really a pleasure talking to you. And now
likewise, man.
Now that I'm so close to your father and your friends.
Yeah, man.
It make me feel a different, giving you a different way now. I
No,
feel
man, it's vibes, man. It's vibes, man. I feel like, trust me, Bridget. I mean, I don't normally like open up too tough, like, and reason like or reason with the item, because like I don't feel the energy from the item. I see what you're trying to do, and man, them humble with it and trying to really like set up a platform for we as Vincent channels, like to see our way, because we have to start to know that we here and we have to stamp our way right here. We can't wait until next week and next year. So what you guys are doing, don't get frustrated with the energy. Just continue, because you might have people just now scrambling to get on your program and can't get a slot. You see what I'm saying? So just continue doing what you guys are doing. You understand? This is love.
That's one of the things we see, because sometimes we say, boy, for most of the time we book. It's just me that sometimes we plan to do, like, even though we have to do 2 programs a evening, we plan to do it because we always book. So
yeah, that's good.
And we sending things to people, and as you say, the man who we send it to maybe want to come back, and we can say, boy, sorry, but we don't have a space for you right now.
Oh, you mean Scorpion?
No. I say some people we send to, they refuse to, well, either acknowledge or refuse to come in, but there comes a time when we be so booked that they can't get in.
Yeah, well, that's the whole situation, and you still have to try to squeeze them in at that time too. Even when you still book and you can't make it, you still have to try to squeeze them in, because if you don't squeeze them in now, it come like you really not do your work either.
Yeah,
because now if you know better, you wiser than that. You just know, like, stiff-necked fool, so I'm gonna come in now. Just find a 5 minute slot and tell him, well, 5 minutes again, and tell the people them where they pan. So yeah, you still have to do what you have to do, brethren.
So, because we plan sometime when it get real big, even though we have to do 2 programs a evening, we will do it.
And you guys need to also create your own events as well. So this way you will brand, your platform and everything, and then let people get to understand and spread the energy. So this is good. Don't stop doing what you're doing, brother, because if I did give up on this music thing here, I won't be in this position that I'm at right now. And even if right now too, I even make the decision to slow down a little bit with the music right now. I am gonna really slow down with it and focus on visual, because like there's a lot to really pay attention to and get. People need help, man. I'm looking at Casper G, Dot C, and them, man, and them Vincy. Them is the next generation of the music grabber. Vincy had talent, but them not have no guidance. Them not have no sort of energy behind it. And the producers and them bad, Vincy has some crazy producers, But with the artists, they start to name people and them. Name them. You can't really tell who going cry when Skinny. Who is the next Skinny Fabulous? Not say Skinny Fabulous put down and he sit down, because that brother ain't got no time in slowing down. Need a problem child. They're genius. Like, I may give them money, them props, because them deserve that. But tell me who is the next problem child. Point out the next Skinny. Point out the next bad artist behind that. Point out the next man will come like Fimba for make it hear something, but yet still you hear where he, but yet it means something. Find out who shuffle it. You don't have nobody. Who coming next? We not there yet.
And that's the thing, because I just before I wrap up, I was listening to an interview with I think it was Problem Child on a Trinidad radio station. I realized they produced an album, and he wrote every single track on that album.
Virgin.
Problem Child.
Problem Child is a problem.
This man is a cartel of soca. Is a cartel of soca.
The man is a problem.
The cartel of soca.
Every time I talk to you, like, Fimba, yeah, Jed, boy, it's so tired, Jed, problem is a problem. Talented.
Yeah.
The man, like he just say it himself, problem is a problem. He's talent. Yeah, man, Vincy and Skinny Fabulous.
He's coming on the program. It's just a date we have to work out, because he was.
Yeah. I would definitely tune in.
He gave a positive response to that we work.
Yeah. No.
He's a real youth too, man. A real youth,
Yeah.
I really listen. I look up to this man like.
The man is a beast.
Because everybody really thought this man was gonna be like a one-hit man, and then
one
the
hit
man just go through.
Boy, the man,
through. Yeah.
You hear that song problem? Crazy people. Like, you have to understand Vincy. Skinny Fabulous again is another man that
Mhm.
Skinny Fabulous is a spaceman, if you ask me. Every time I talk to Skinny, some space thing he depend. Like, you know what I mean? And this is real good. This
True.
is real good. But what we need to do is set up now how we can really make our culture, our 784 better. And know where we're not going nowhere. But they yasso. That's me have to say. Let we try to make it thing. Yasso. You understand?
Once again, man, thanks a lot, man, and I'll see you in the near future.
Pleasure is mine, man. Respect
Yeah.
the energy, man.
All right.
Give thanks, yeah.